What's going on, guys? I'm ExxotikGaming. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Yes, you heard the title correctly. Project BloodStrike, or better known as Warzone Mobile Lite, to be honest, that's still what a lot of people like to call it, is coming back. It's probably not going to be called Project BloodStrike. It's just going to be called BloodStrike, and it could come back as soon as tomorrow, but it's probably going to come out in about a week or so. It's going to come out at some point during the month of June, as confirmed by the developers. They posted in their Discord server a few days ago that they will be conducting the next round of online testing in June, which will be the final test before the launch. There will be many new features added in this test, and we hope everyone enjoys playing it. That is confirmation from the developers. The developers have been radio silent for months at this point in time. I don't understand why they do that. A lot of developers like to do that, but in my personal opinion, I think it's just better to stay active on social media, even if you're not doing a test, just so people know what the heck's going on. Maybe have developer updates where the developers are actually making videos talking about what they're doing. They can do feedback sessions and other stuff like that because, they probably know what people want from the last beta test, but they've been silent since that last beta test, and who really knows what they've actually added into the game? There's a lot of leaks of potential things being added into Project BloodStrike, and a couple of those things are the return of classic operators. Now, I've not played BloodStrike that much, so I don't really understand exactly what that means, but I guess, if you liked the OG classic operators in the game, then they are potentially returning. That's not 100% confirmed, but they might be returning. There is a laser sight being brought to Project BloodStrike. Now, I thought there was already a laser sight, but I guess not. That shows how much I know about this game. Another thing that's actually really exciting is swimming mechanics are supposedly being added in this new beta test, which, if you remember, if you played BloodStrike in the past, if you walked onto water, you were literally Jesus. You were walking on water. The water didn't have water mechanics. It was just a flat surface. So, you couldn't swim in Project BloodStrike, and it was the weirdest thing, right? So, they've supposedly added swimming into Project BloodStrike, and I really hope they're good mechanics. You can swim around, and then you can dive down, and then come back up, sort of like you can do in PUBG, for instance. And I really, really hope you can fire in the water, because that would be a great feature. If you can't actually shoot people from within the water, that's a huge missed opportunity, and honestly, I feel like that's probably a safe bet. They're probably going to add something like that. If it's not going to be in this test because they're still tweaking with swimming, probably going to be in the global release whenever that does come out. And then finally, the last thing that has been leaked is Team Deathmatch. Team Deathmatch, in my personal opinion, is the best possible thing they could bring to Project BloodStrike because any Battle Royale game that's even remotely successful has a different type of game mode that you can jump into when you get bored of Battle Royale. Think of Farlight 84. There is Team Deathmatch and regular multiplayer maps. In Apex Legends Mobile, before it got shut down, there was another option instead of Battle Royale. Warzone Mobile has that. Call of Duty Mobile has that, even though that's more focused actually on the multiplayer, but it has both Battle Royale and multiplayer, and you just never really see a game only have Battle Royale. There's always going to be some other game. Literally, there was that really budget low-end game that I can't think of the name of right now. I've made a couple of videos on it back in the day. It was kind of like Free Fire, but even more lightweight. That game even has multiplayer. I don't remember the name. I'll have to look it up. But yes, every game has that multiplayer type of game mode, and the reason they have that is because people get bored of Battle Royale. They have very short attention spans. TikTok has made everybody very, very bored very quickly, and they have to go into something different to get more action, every 10, 15 minutes or so. So when they play a couple of Battle Royale matches and they get bored, they don't just quit the game. They can jump into a more casual multiplayer map, test out all the different weapons, and in turn, it actually makes people much more comfortable with all of the weapons as well. Think of, for instance, in Apex Legends Mobile, if one of the weapons you never really find in a Battle Royale match, well, in multiplayer, you could just select that weapon as your weapon of choice, and then you can test it out for the entire time in a multiplayer match, and then you can get a lot more comfortable with it. If there's any gun that you don't normally use in Battle Royale, you can use it in that multiplayer mode, get more comfortable with it, and then maybe later on, you can eventually start to use it in Battle Royale. It's just like a really good training ground where you actually train against real people as opposed to just a generic training ground that most games have where you're only going up against little targets and bots, which isn't really the best training for the game. Your training would be going up against things you actually experience in the game, which would be real people. There's a lot of other things that are potentially coming to Project BloodStrike, but I just don't have the list in front of me. I mean, you guys can let me know down below in the comments which things you have seen leaked from this beta test, but I did tell you guys a while ago that I knew the developers of Project BloodStrike were going to release it before Warzone Mobile. I knew. I told you they weren't going to release it after Warzone Mobile. Warzone Mobile is still months away. I would say November at the earliest, right? So if this game is having its final beta test in June, it's probably going to have global release in either July or August, and that's going to be several months before Warzone Mobile. They know Warzone Mobile has so much hype around it, even if it seems like it might have dipped a little bit. Still, a ton of people are super excited for Warzone Mobile, and when they start to look it up on the App Store and the Google Play Store, and they see Project BloodStrike there instead of Warzone Mobile, they'll download that first, play it, get used to it, and maybe, if the developers of Project BloodStrike did a good job, they're going to keep some of those players even after Warzone Mobile comes out globally. It's not really going to work the other way around, because I feel like when Warzone Mobile does come out, if Project BloodStrike came out after the fact, then I think a lot of people would just write it off as some dumb copy, right? Even if it's not, even if it's actually a really good game, people just inherently will say, oh, it's just a dumb Warzone Mobile ripoff. I'm not going to play that. And then they're going to just completely disregard it. And I don't think the game would reach as big of an audience as it would if it released like in July or August or something like that. But yeah, all they're telling us is it's coming out in this final beta test at some point during the month of June. If I was really unlucky, I'd be recording this video, and it would come out right now as I'm recording this video. But all we know is at some point in June, this Project BloodStrike update is going to be coming out, and a lot of new changes are in store. I'm, of course, going to be making a video talking about some of these changes when it does come out, so if you haven't subscribed yet, you probably should, because, yeah, I make a lot of videos on Project BloodStrike. I really enjoy this game. This game is freaking awesome, and I'm not going to just say it's some dumb Warzone Mobile ripoff, because right now, at the moment, I still think Project BloodStrike is better than Warzone Mobile. It's got much better gameplay mechanics. It feels a lot less sluggish, I should say. And I think the game is going to be a lot more optimized for more devices when this beta test comes out in comparison for Warzone Mobile, which, you know, you guys know Warzone Mobile is not the most optimized game in the world. If you try to play Warzone Mobile on 4 gigabytes of RAM, more than half of the time, it's just not going to work at all. And hey, speaking about Project BloodStrike and Warzone Mobile Lite, I have another Warzone Mobile Lite game that I'd like to show you all before we end off this video. This is a game that I have shown many times on my channel in the past, but I wanted to keep you guys updated with all of the latest news regarding this. A developer known as DY Visual Media from China is basically making it his mission to recreate Modern Warfare 2019 for mobile devices, and he's done a fantastic job. You've seen some of the things that I posted on my channel recently, and the graphics look like a full-on PC game for your phone. I mean, absolutely incredible, easily one of the best-looking mobile games ever, and, well, he's posted a couple of newer videos since the last time I've showed them to you all. First things first, let's go take a look at this dual-wielded knife thingy. It's called the Tai Dao, and let's go right to the very beginning here. I hope Project BloodStrike has some sort of weapon like this because, I mean, my God, if they add something like this to this game, or maybe they already have it, I don't know, it would be awesome. It would be so freaking cool. Wait until you see what the execution looks like because it's just ridiculous. Another thing that I wanted to say is a lot of people were saying, oh, this guy is doing this on PC right now. You can play this on mobile devices, on Android. He does provide downloads in some of his videos for Android. So, you know, even if he's doing this on PC right now, the Android version looks virtually the same. These are the most brutal executions. That is ridiculous. Oh my God. And then he does a little heart at the very end. Are you freaking kidding me? That is awesome. Oh my God. And then here's the other video. This is a bit longer. This is 4 minutes and 25 seconds, and it shows... Ooh. Oh, a much better looking screen for selecting your weapons. Much, much better. Again, he is doing this on PC right now, but I have played this on my phone in the past, and it looks basically the exact same on Android. So we get to see him, like, testing out all of these different weapons, inspecting all of them. That's what it would look like when you download it on Android with the buttons. And I don't think this developer has added any sort of, like, HUD customization and other stuff like that. I really wish he did, but I mean, the inspections alone and the weapon design is enough for you to want to consider trying this game out. I don't think this game will ever have any sort of multiplayer. I really hope it doesn't, because it's immediately going to get shut down by Activision, obviously, if it does. But, hey, at the moment, it's just a really cool simulator. Let's just say that. Is it going to shoot all the zombies? It's so freaking cool, man. Even if it is just a simulator. It just looks so good. As I said, it's ridiculous that some guy in China can make a game look better than Warzone Mobile right now. You know, it's just ridiculous. I don't know if he's just using all of the assets from Modern Warfare 2019 in comparison to Warzone Mobile, which might be recreating everything from the ground up. But if Warzone Mobile wanted to do it that way, maybe they should have done it this way, where they just used all of the assets from the game that already existed, because then it would have made it a lot easier. I don't really know. And it's interesting to see. I mean, if Project BloodStrike ends up getting graphics like this, I feel like it could actually compete against Warzone Mobile when Warzone Mobile comes out globally. Even if Warzone Mobile is the game that everybody knows about, you know, the vast majority of people haven't heard of Project BloodStrike before. Like, if you ask your friends who don't play mobile games what Project BloodStrike is, they're going to say, I don't know, I have no idea what that is. But I feel like over time, this game could grow organically, where like just from word of mouth, people are going to get more and more excited and show it to all of their friends, and it actually could get somewhere. I like that he's added a knife. That's pretty cool as well. And it's actually like a mini game, I think, that you can play where you have to shoot or kill all of the zombies with a knife. And then I think you complete the little mini game. I have no idea. Is he going to switch to a different thing? Oh, it's the katana again. The dual katanas. It's awesome. It's so fun. It's so cool. Man. Looks like he's just going to be... Oh, he's going to show the executions once again. Which, not complaining about that, to be honest. He just puts that at the end of his video. It's brutal. Like, look at that. That is crazy. That's almost enough to get my video demonetized. Like, wow. And it's also very surprising to me. I thought China didn't allow blood in video games. I thought that was the whole reason why Game for Peace released, because it had different blood color and other stuff like that, made it a lot more family friendly, basically. So I'm not exactly sure how this guy is doing that, but hey, you know what? Honestly, I just wanted to show you all some updates regarding this Unreal Engine 5 Modern Warfare 2019 mobile game. And the main focus of this video, obviously, was Project BloodStrike. That game is going to be coming out very soon, and I'm super excited about it. Hey, I hope you all did enjoy this video, though. If you did, please take a second and leave a like and subscribe for more videos on Project BloodStrike, as well as this Modern Warfare 2019 mobile. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you all in the next episode.